O, bramka działa, dobra. Halo, halo. Odpali się to gówno? Odpalam od razu przed tym. Jest pytanie, czy się zadziałało, czy się nie zadziałało. To zatrzymaj mi to. Odpalam przed grę po włączeniu, bo może jak będę robił tak, to będzie od razu ogarnięta gierka, nie? W sensie, że z tymi FPS-ami nie będzie problemu aż takiego, mam nadzieję. W to wątpię, bo zakładam, że to działa w formie pamięci na karcie graficznej, ale i na ramach, ale warto spróbować. Zresztą już odpaliłem i wyłączyłem zaraz na szybkości raz, więc o, załączyło się. No myśmy tam mieli, chyba fabułę mieliśmy do roboty, nie? W zimę, żeśmy porobili większość tych questów, może później się jakieś pojawią jeszcze. Myśmy mieli, aha, z tą naszą koleżanką od gry hipogryfu pogadać. Z tego co kojarzę. Dobra, panie. Panie Janie. Dobra. Zgadza się? Tak. Na mapie nie było żadnych questów, tylko w świecie ten ło. Czy ja potrzebuję jakiś potek? W sumie mam wszystkie. Dobra, to tutaj się przeniosę. Dobra. Ta i tak się musi przemielić, widzę.
Revelio.
Są żaby, czy... Ta, ropuchy. Mam nadzieję, że to będzie, że się ogarnie to. Na początku zawsze tak jest, no. Ale nie najgorzej ta gra wygląda. Nie wiem czemu ta optymalizacja jest tak chujowa, bo już czytałem o tym i generalnie tu jest problem właśnie z tymi FPS-ami. One potrafią dropić z jakiegoś powodu. Nie wiem jakiego.
Levioso!
Chyba będę musiał zresetować. O, kurwa, zaraz zrobiła tego.
Levioso!
Levioso. Descendo.
Levioso!
Defendo.
Neospot!
Confringo. Expelliarmus. Bombarda.
Body fairly!
Places.
Levioso! Levioso!
Confringo.
Levioso! Levioso! Hold still! Levioso! Would you like me to put... Levioso!
The beasts are safer now.
Okej, tak jak mówiłem, chyba to nic nie da. Muszę po prostu wyjść i wejść. Pogram chwilę, zobaczę, może się uspokoi.
Revelio.
Dojdę tam do miejsca, gdzie tego... Gdzie quest jest i zobaczę, z czym to się je. Nie wiem, ale to jest kurwa dziwne, bo rozumiem, jakby to miało być wczytywanie, ale później latam, zapierdalam, to się przetnie na milisekundę albo na jeszcze ten.
Always claiming he knows about herbal. I'm surprised I haven't been given more territory. What's Rookwood waiting for?
Levioso. Descendo. Defendo.
Expulso! Quick little git.
Glacius. Confringo.
Protego! Agile thing, aren't
Arresto
you?
momentum. Descendo.
Look what you've done. You pay for that.
Defendo. Confringo.
This has become personal.
A bo tu też jakiś jest.
Flipendo. Descendo. Levioso. Accio. Confringo. Protego. Stupendo. Expelliarmus.
What are your thoughts on electricity?
Wait till Sebastian hears about this.
A co mu się stało?
Ashwinder.
Czemu koleś umarł tak piorunem jakimś?
Revelio.
Ta no. Czyli jednak nie ma tak łatwo. Kamień księżycowy. Dobra, let's do this po prostu. Na szybkości. Niestety, no. Nie wiem na jakiej zasadzie to działa, ale no tak to wygląda, kurwa, także. Nie mam pojęcia, kurwa, nie mam pojęcia dlaczego to takie. Zakładam, że to chodzi coś z pamięcią, albo nie, kurwa, nie mam pojęcia. Mój telefon też kurwa nie potrafi wczytać, nie wiem czy neta nie mam, czy co. Nie potrafi wczytać strony internetowej. Nie no, jedna strona internetowa się wczytała bez problemu. Nie wiem o co tu chodzi. Pojebane to jak lato z radiem. Chapter 35, zobaczymy, może będzie się wczytywał na tej stronie. Kurwa, moim zdaniem prawnie powinny być clickbaitowe reklamy zakazane. Wszystkiego rodzaju. I kurwa zamykać tych ludzi. Taką i do tego, no. Mąż nagrał żonę ukrytą kamerą. To co zobaczył, nim wstrząsnęło. Po prostu fałszywe adwerty, tak? Już fałszywe reklamowanie i siema, nie? Po prostu gościa kurwa zamknąć. To jest po prostu żart, co tu się dzieje. I clickbaitowe też jakieś tam na przykład tytuły w filmach na YouTubie. Bo rozumiem, że na przykład ktoś rzuci clickbait, ale on będzie miał odwzorowanie na filmie, nie wiem, 5 ślepych zostało uzdrowionych, czy coś, nie jakieś tam, czy cokolwiek, no kurwa, jakoś coś tam zrobi w kierunku tego albo cokolwiek. To jeszcze okej, ale taki, że 5 ślepych zostało uzdrowionych i nagrywa vloga o tym, że był w Japonii, kurwa, w kawiarni jakiejś czy coś, to i nic w ogóle się nie odnosi do tego, to po prostu jest... Gdybym był dyktatorem, to ci ludzie byliby poddani egzekucji, nie? Generalnie. Dobra, poczytam sobie coś szybkości, jak się wczyta. No kurwa, za szybko. W sumie się cieszę, że szybko się wczytuje. To mi trochę schlebia, że mój komputerek jest dobry. Dobra, dam mu minutkę, niech się ogarnie. Okej, widzę, że już się chyba... Już się zacząłem zaczytywać, trzeba. Mówię,
Is
kurwa, jakie
Highwing all
przerwy.
right? Natty told me what the two of you did.
Highwing's fine. I'm keeping an eye on her. She's safe, Poppy, I promise.
Good. Whatever the poachers are up to, I want Highwing far from it.
You said you had news about the poachers, and that some of it had to do with me.
It did. I overheard them talking in the Hogshead, and did you know that they have orders from Victor Rookwood to capture you on sight? Does this have anything to do with Rookwood and Harlow coming for you in the Three Broomsticks after the troll attack?
It does, somewhat. But at the moment, I'm more concerned about what else you heard the poachers are up to.
Fair enough. But I hope you'll let me know if I can be of help, especially after what you did for Highwing. Does the name Horntail Hall mean anything to you?
I'm afraid not. Why? What is it?
The poacher's best kept secret, apparently. The name came up twice, but they never went into detail. I also overheard one of them bragging about all the gold they're making, at the expense of innocent creatures, undoubtedly. The poacher spoke of this area, and I thought if we searched around a bit, it might give us clues as to what they're doing. If you ever meet my gran, this trip never happened.
Okej.
Not to worry, Poppy. If I ever meet your gran, I shall not speak a word of this.
I normally tell her everything. She might be my best friend after Highwing, but she knows how I feel about the poachers. I think she worries I'll do something ill-advised.
Whatever gave her that idea?
This way.
To mi się podobało, taki trochę charakter. Lubię jak ktoś sarkazmem rzuci czy coś, bo tych wszystkich, no właśnie w tej popkulturze, czy jak nazwać, po prostu w tych grach, czy cokolwiek zawsze mamy tego tego nie bogatego, ale kogoś, kto
A centaur. Tread carefully.
tego dobrego, takiego dobrodusznego, miłego,
An
gdzieś tam.
entire castle to roam, yet you choose to wander here.
Please, we don't want any trouble. We're simply passing through.
Do you take us for fools? That we do not notice more and more of your kind around here, in league with the poachers?
We aren't involved with them. If anything, we want to see them stopped.
I hope for your sake that is true. Our kind is swiftly losing patience with the poachers and those they work with.
Okej. Tak, wracając, zawsze ci dobrzy są tak i tam herosi, chociaż ostatnio trochę ich...
He was certainly a charmer.
That could have gone worse. Centaurs aren't exactly fans of wizard kind, and the poachers aren't helping matters.
But why would he think that we had anything to do with poachers?
I did notice
Nie
the
mogę
poachers
dzwonić.
talking with a few villagers in Hogsmeade. I'm not sure why. Perhaps that's why the centaurs are suspicious.
Okej. Ta, chociaż ostatnio to odchodzi trochę do lamusa ci tacy rycerze w zbrojach złotych, z tych śniących. Dlatego ja tym bardziej za tym jestem. No, kurwa, żaden człowiek nie jest idealny. O, jakie tutaj widzę.
That's the third time I've seen a dugbog behave that violently.
It seems that a lot of beasts have been more aggressive than usual lately.
I've noticed that too. It's almost like there's something in the water.
Ta, wracając, ja jak najbardziej jestem za tym, żeby urealnić te postacie. Nie robić.
This is odd.
What is it?
Not entirely sure, but look around. If the poachers were here, perhaps we can find out why.
Revelio.
I nie robić z nich nie wiadomo kogo, tylko tak trochę ich urealnić. A sarkazm to jest dobra rzecz, ja lubię.
Why wouldn't they take their cages with them when they left?
Pewnie ich te ryby wpierdoliły, żaboryby. Lubię sobie tak, jak trochę postacie z chujem. Albo chujkiem bardziej niż chujem, albo po prostu jak sobie właśnie rzuci sarkazm czy coś.
Poor beasts.
Jakieś wilki są, o czym ty pierdolisz.
Still smoking. They can't have been gone long. Revelio!
Co on zrobił? A, opierdolił browara, no i no dobrze.
This is goblin metal.
Co to jest kurwa za
Seems out of
czarne
place
miecze?
in a poacher camp.
Jakieś gówno miecze.
I should tell Poppy about it.
Człowiek tego nie będzie mógł trzymać, to dopiero ten gnom goblin. Jeden chuj.
Anything interesting?
Poachers were here. All sorts of evidence. But I found something else. It's goblin made.
I found goblin armor. Let's keep searching, but carefully. Merlin only knows what's going on here. I don't have a good feeling about this.
Ja mam mi za nią.
How do goblin and poacher interests align?
O,
Look,
to te
down
wozy.
there.
Definitely poachers. No creatures, though. So, what are they doing out here?
Let's take a closer look.
They won't be happy to see us. Should we use disillusionment? Or perhaps a less discreet approach?
Hard to say from up here. Let's get a better lay of the land.
Dobra. Ja mam kaptur na tej? Na tym moim stroju, czy nie? A mam. A szkoda, że tu jak w Red Deadzie jedynce robili taki motyw maski, że jak ma się maskę, to wtedy jakby no nie rozpoznają was ludzie, więc wasz honor jakby, który tam jest taki, powiedzmy taka karma, jak w Falloutach jest czy coś takiego, nie cierpi, nie przez to. W drugiej części już tego nie było.
I put forth a fine
Niestety,
approach of how we should
tam-
proceed, and it's simply ludicrous that I'm being defied at every turn.
W drugiej części już tego nie było niestety,
centaurs quieter than you.
ale wydaje mi się, że to jest
They
dobry
come after me,
system,
they'll rest in...
taki smaczek dodaje, że jednak się można gdzieś tam ukryć i sobie czasem nabrać.
Merlin, you'd think they were guarding the Minister for Magic himself. What is going on here?
Only one way to find out.
No, pewnie też będzie większy, co?
What in Merlin's name?
Strefa walk.
Are those dragons?
O, i ty musisz stąd
It's a
wykurwiać.
dragon fighting ring. This is Hauntel Hall.
The name makes sense now, and the secrecy.
No wonder the poachers were in Hogsmeade so much. Likely taking bets and spreading the word, given how crowded it is here. How could they possibly enjoy this? The centaurs have every right to be disgusted with wizardkind. There must be more dragons here. The poachers are far too greedy to run a fighting ring with only 2 dragons. We should take advantage of most eyes being in the fight and look around. But be discreet. You especially can't afford to be spotted.
Mogę ich rozjebać?
Don't know what Victor was sinking straight in a bargain with him.
Totalis. Revelio.
Myślałem, że będę mógł tego. Kurwa, trochę tych chyba jest typów. A nie mogę tu wejść? Okej. Ja bym chętnie z nimi wszystkimi zawalczył, ze smokiem zresztą też. Ale z dwoma.
Have you heard from your family? Has either of your brothers come down to our way of thinking? Will they join us?
Nah, they say we go too far. The violence isn't gonna get us what we want. I say, if every last wizard is run through with a blade, then violence is gonna get me precisely what I want.
Petrificus totalis.
Where did I set my traps? No opportunity
Revelio.
or other
Petrificus totalis.
Petrificus
Revelio.
totalis. Napierdalają smoki? Te smoki chyba nie za bardzo mają tutaj miejsce do walki, to tak średnio bym powiedział. Nie mogli większego zrobić.
Myself getting away from here and not taking a one of you.
Did you hear those goblins? Ramrock and the poachers must be working together.
Poppy, something's going on behind you.
What's going on down there? They must have only just captured her. She's putting up quite the fight.
Not a fair one, though. Not with her chained up like that.
Let's even her odds, shall we? Look, they've got a dragon egg. Hebridean from the looks of it. Can't leave it here, not with the plans they likely have for it.
Idź szybciej. Halo.
Revelio. Aloha Mora.
Halo, Homora. Ej, gdzie to było? A tu. Może będziemy mieli smoka? Chociaż nie wiem, czy da się go udomowić. Wiesz to.
All right, I have the egg.
Ready. The element of surprise will only buy us a few seconds.
Revelio. Let's make them count.
One foot in front of the next and quiet as can be.
Careful! That rope will want his dragon in
Petrificus totalis. Revelio.
Don't think you'll get it out of here.
Descendo.
Hello!
Expelliarmus. Glacius. Bombarda. Protego.
Can't win.
Levioso!
Expelliarmus. Confringo. Defendo.
Really?
Arresto momentum. Flipendo.
Really a screw.
marvelous strike.
Tu też się jest.
Glacius.
What?
Levioso!
Protego.
You like games?
Defendo. Confringo.
Jakbyście rzucił tą górę.
Arresto momentum. Glacius. Expelliarmus. Bombarda.
Popi nam
Revelio.
nic nie pomogło.
You're the one we're looking for, and you brought a friend.
You better stop right there.
Let's get this.
Protego. Bombarda. Glacius. Defendo. Stupid. Confringo.
Levioso!
Expelliarmus.
Now to finish.
Accio. Descendo. Levioso.
Is this your
Confringo.
best?
Fighting with greens, are we?
Arresto momentum.
Ah,
Glacius.
lamb returns to
Defendo.
the wood.
Confringo.
Shall we finish what we started? Back for more?
Expelliarmus!
Co mnie, a tam jest koleś cały czas.
Bombarda! Glacius! Defender! Confringo! Arresto Momentum! Descendo! Accio! Confringo!
We don't have time. We need to free her now before more show up.
Accio!
O, wciągnąłem.
This may have been a bad idea.
I suppose we'll find out.
Jaka dzisiaj... Nie pozwólcie mi napierdolać. Jajko jej oddaj.
Incendio! This way!
Okej. Ja bym jajka jeszcze oddał, ale... Kurwa, zaniesiemy do pokoju i przyleci mi do pokoju życzeń. Przypierdolę.
That was a Hebridean black.
I'm guessing the egg we have belongs to that dragon.
I don't think she knew they had her egg. She wouldn't have left without it.
What now? She didn't exactly leave us a calling card.
I don't know. Nothing about this day was expected. Not the goblins, and definitely not the fighting ring. The last thing I planned on was a dragon egg. And the poachers saw us, which cannot be good.
Since the dragon we freed flew off, does that mean we get to keep the egg?
I'd much rather we have it than the poachers, at least for now. But I don't think we should keep it indefinitely. It'll be hard hiding something like this from Professor Weasley for long.
Should we expect trouble from the poachers, given the trouble we just caused?
It would be foolish not to expect it. They're not a forgiving lot. I'm sorry to say that you likely have a larger target on your back now because of what we just did.
We aren't helping ourselves standing here. Let's get to safety. We can sort this out later.
You're right. If there's anything the poachers are good at, it's tracking their prey. And right now, we're it. Be careful, won't you? I shall see you back at the castle.
Revelio!
Nie wiem, czy chcecie tak zostawić tutaj, ale... Okej, mamy jajko smoka. Chcę smoka. Czemu nie mogę mieć smoka? Mamo, daj mi smoka.
It's time you learned the transformation spell. After you've completed the required tasks, which I'm certain will prove useful in finishing your field guide, attend my class to learn the new spell.
O,
Afterwards, we will discuss your progress thus far in the term.
profesor Weasley mówi, że muszę mi porobić parę pierdół. O, no tak, zapomniałem, że mam... Hej, nawet ładny ten... A 36. Ta. Ta, no nie, nam nic nie pozostało poza zrobieniem właśnie misji, nie? Bo wszystko inne mamy zrobione formalnie na tej części mapy. Ta druga jest, no ale nie wiem, czy tam mam teraz jak przejść. Mógłbym pójść w sumie podziałać, ale Zakładam, że to fabularnie zostanie jakoś otworzone.
What are you up to now?
Co się kurwa stało? Przeniosło mnie gdzieś. Ty, dałem misję, żeby mi dało do Hogwartsu. Aha, zajebiście. Chciałem misję zobaczyć. O. Właśnie się dziwiłem, czemu mnie tak przeniosło. Czy ja może kliknąłem? Nie wiem, miałem kurwa laga mózgu, co się stało? Co za pojeb. Ta czapka całą ma jest zajebista generalnie. Polecam każdemu taką szankę. Chociaż gorąco może się robić, ale no, na zimę.
That book Professor Weasley asked me to find should be around here somewhere.
Czemu czuję, że tu będzie
Revelio.
Looking for the book Intermediate
sytuacja.
Transfiguration.
A ty skąd ty to wiesz?
Professor Weasley asked me to, get something from that book. May I have it?
Did she now? I'll give you this book if you humour me by answering a few questions from my quiz.
Quiz?
Mogę ci
Some
zajebać
people call
kopa w
bits of
czachy.
knowledge trivia. I would argue that no knowledge is trivial. Hence, I have created a small quiz, just for fun, focusing mainly on the lore of the wizarding world. None of the other students will try it, no matter how many times I ask. They all say they have enough with schoolwork. Ugh, they don't value knowledge the way I do. Surely you're interested. I'll even start you off with a few of my easiest questions.
A mogę powiedzieć, że zrobię ci krzywdę, jak mi tego nie dasz?
If that's the only way I can convince you to give me that book, then let's get it over with.
Splendid! Just a few questions, and then I'll hand over this book. Let us begin. Before the invention of the golden snitch, which magical creature was used in a game of Quidditch?
Co to kurwa za pytanie? Skąd ja mam to wiedzieć? Złoty ustronnik, złoty znikacz, wężoptak. Jak nazywa się magiczne zwierzę, które wygrożono do gry w Quidditcha przed wynalezieniem złotego znicza? A raczej wężoptak, skoro to ma być zwierzę, nie?
The snake bird.
No. Incorrect. The answer was the golden snidget. The snidget was first introduced to Quidditch in 1269 by a wizard named Barbarous Bragg. Sadly, they're thought to be extinct. Next question.
Okay.
Which potion is commonly referred to as liquid luck?
Kurwa. Płynne szczęście. Skąd mam to? Wywar z raptuśnika.
The Alihotsy draft.
I'm afraid the answer was Felix Felicis. Since it makes the drinker temporarily lucky, Felix Felicis is a banned substance in all organised competitions. The tale of the three brothers involves which magical artifacts?
Horcruxy to muszą być. Generalnie jakbym się dowiadywał tych informacji wcześniej, na przykład z tych wszystkich tych, co poznajdowałem, tych stron, to rozumiem, ale kurwa.
Horcruxes.
No, the answer was the Deathly Hallows. According to Beedle the Bard, the Deathly Hallows consist of the Elder Wand, the Resurrection Stone, and the Cloak of Invisibility.
O,
Which ball in Quidditch is the largest?
tłuczek chyba, nie?
The bludger.
I'm sorry, but the correct
Kurwa.
answer was the quaffle. When a chaser throws the quaffle through one of 3 hoops in a Quidditch match, their team is awarded 10 points. True or false? Polyjuice Potion allows the drinker to change species.
False.
Correct. While Polyjuice Potion can be used to change things such as age or race, it cannot be used to change species. Well, I suppose this has gone on long enough. I'll put the book back on the pedestal
Nie,
now.
możesz mi zadać parę
If you're
pytań
inclined to
ciekawych
test
rzeczy.
your knowledge again, I have plenty more questions I could ask
No
you.
dawaj.
And I won't be giving you any more easy questions either. The next ones will be more difficult.
I'd like to answer more questions.
What governmental body directly preceded the Ministry of Magic?
Jakie organizatorzy poprzedzą mnie? Na pewno nie to. Międzynarodowa Konferencja Czarodziejów, Rada Czarodziejów. Chyba to, bo to jak stare musi być, to nie?
The Wizards' Council.
That's correct. The Wizards' Council disbanded in 1707 after the creation of the International Statute of Wizarding Secrecy, which required a more structured government to support its enforcement. Which dragon breed is the smallest?
Ukraiński, no ja. Poloki, antypo... kurwa.
The Ukrainian Ironbelly.
No, I'm sorry, but the answer was the Peruvian Vipertooth. Though the Vipertooth is the smallest breed, averaging at around 15 feet in length, it is also the fastest breed and feared for its venomous fangs. Who founded the village of Hogsmeade?
Czy nie była jakaś pojebana historia z tym, że kogoś tam kurwa utopili czy coś? Woodcroft... Quincy Hog... Nie ma tego... Nie, to był jakiś bohater, to nie był nic, co założył.
Quincy Hog.
No, the answer was Hengist of Woodcroft. It is believed that Hengist used the Three Broomsticks Inn as his home. The hide-behind was accidentally created by crossbreeding a ghoul with what other magical creature?
Co? Przyczajacz...
A demiguise.
Yes! While the hide-behind has the power of invisibility, those who have seen it have described it as a tall, thin monkey with silver hair. What is the only spell known to repel a letherfold?
Śmierciotule. Co to kurwa? Odeprze...
The Patronus Charm.
Well done. The only known survivor of a letherfold attack was a wizard named Flavius Belby, who was on holiday in Papua New Guinea at the time. Who published the law of elemental transfiguration?
Kto prawo elementalnej transmutacji? Gamp. Ewelina... Pewnie... Lauren de Montrient.
Laverne de Montmorency.
That's
level.
incorrect. The answer I was looking for was Gamp. One of the principal exceptions to Gamp's law is that food cannot be conjured, though it can be summoned. What does the Hogwarts motto translate to?
Widzisz? A to ciekawe. Motto Hogwartu.
Never tickle a sleeping dragon.
Correct. In Latin, the Hogwarts motto is Draco Dormiens Nunquam Titilandus. Which magical creature is the only one known to produce eggs through its mouth?
O fuj. Popiołek na pewno nie, bo to jest ten trup. Bazyliszek chyba też niewidłowo.
The Runespore.
That's right. According to Parselmouths, each of the rune's paws' 3 heads serves a different function. The left head is the planner, the middle is the dreamer, and the right is the critic. Where is Ilvermorny School of Witchcraft and Wizardry located?
Kurwa. Puszczam. Ilvermo... Po jakiemu to brzmi? Ilvermoni, coś bardziej Mount Greylock. Pirynee...
Mount Greylock.
Well done! The American school was founded in the 17th century by Iseult Sayre and James Stewart. What is the most powerful love potion known to wizard kind?
Znam eliksir miłosny. To?
Virositiserum.
Incorrect. The answer was Amotentia. Amotentia smells differently to every person, according to what they find attractive, such as dusty book covers or... Are you interested in continuing on to the next round? They're my most difficult questions.
Pewnie.
Give me your worst.
Wonderful! I do admire your thirst for knowledge. Emeric the Evil was killed in a duel against whom?
Beatrix Bolksam, co? Sirawy.
Beatrix Bloxham.
Incorrect. The answer was Egbert the Egregious. Emmerich gained notoriety for terrorizing villages in the south of England during the Middle Ages, when he was the master of the Elder Wand. If a chaser keeps their hand on the quaffle as it goes through the goal, what foul are they committing?
Ci ścigający trzyma rękę na kaflu. Z jakim faulem mamy do czynienia? Ale w kaf to jest ten piłka, tak? I jaką przelatuje przez obręcz. Ogłupienie wtyk.
Haversacking.
That's right. Blatching is flying to intentionally collide with a player. Stooging is when two chasers knock the other team's keeper away from the goals so that a third chaser can score. A bite from a mackled malaclaw has the unusual side effect of causing what?
Langusta. Pewnie jakbym znał łacinę, to bym wiedział mniej więcej, co to jest, ale...
Bad luck.
Correct. Native to the European coastline, the effects of a malaclaw's bite can last up to a week.
A langustnik
What
to jest...
plant excretes stink sap?
A langustnik to jest jakiś krab. Jaka roślina wydziela odorową sok?
Fluxweed.
I'm afraid the correct answer was Mimbulus mimbletonia. The Mimbulus mimbletonia plant secretes stink sap as a defensive mechanism when touched. The Pepper Up potion evolved from a remedy created by which 12th century wizard?
Eliksir pieprzowy powstał na bazie lekarstwa stworzonego w XII wieku przez czarodzieja, który nazywał się Bowman Wright. To mi nie brzmi na jakieś XII-wieczne, to mi brzmi.
Linford of Stinchcombe.
Very good. Centuries later, Glover Hipworth would expand on Linford's previous work to create the Pepper Up potion we know today. In The Wizard and the Hopping Pot, what does the elder wizard leave for his son in the hopping pot?
W czarodzieju i skończonym ruchu zaręczali znamy dla swojego syna, co takiego.
His wand.
Incorrect. The answer was a single slipper. The story was created by Beadle the Bard, but there are a few versions. I won't spoil what the slipper was for if you haven't read it recently.
Kurwa.
The Snallygaster is native to which region of the world?
Bystrodów.
The Scottish Highlands.
No, the answer was North America. The part bird, part reptile is a distant relative of the Occamy and has serrated fangs and a bulletproof hide. Who is the Muggle knight featured in the Fountain of Fair Fortune?
Sir Lancelot.
No, the answer was Sir Luckless. The three witches in the story are named Asher, Altheda, and Amata. Oh, I adore a story that ends with a twist. The world's largest kelpie is also known by what other name?
To nie było to z tymi...
The Loch Ness Monster.
Correct. The Office of Misinformation has worked diligently to discredit any Muggle evidence of the kelpie's existence. Who was the first Minister for Magic?
Ulick Gamp.
Yes. Gamp's greatest legacy was the founding of the Department of Magical Law Enforcement. It outlawed the unforgivable curses. You've answered all of my questions. It's nice to know there's another student who appreciates the value of knowledge. You might not have got very many right, but I'm sure you learned something regardless. Thank you for humoring me by participating. I had a splendid time.
Przynajmniej loru się poznaliśmy to.
I put the
Revelio.
book back on the pedestal for you.
Revelio ought to make quick work of this.
Okej.
Professor Weasley's tasks are complete. I should attend Transfiguration.
Jestem ciekaw, czy co bym dostał, gdybym wszystko odpowiednio odpowiedział. Ale się już nie dowiemy. Chociaż czekajcie. Wolę sprawdzić, by się okaże, że coś ważnego może być i... potem będę płakał. No, quiz answers. Ja pierdolę. To za gówno jebana strona, kurwa, zaspamowana jebanymi reklamami. Ja pierdolę. O, jest Sofia Franklin chyba się nazywa to babka. Ta. Ja pierdolę, ile tych reklam. Aha, czyli nic się nie dostaje, oprócz tego, co już dostałem. Także nie idziemy tą drogą.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Dzień dobry. A. Co ona mnie... A, transmutację mnie chciała nauczyć, okej. Seriously?
My mother would like to speak with me. I believe she has learned about some of what we've been up to. I'm hoping she may be easier on me if you are there.
Nie mieszam jeszcze sprawy rodzinne, kurwa, co ja jestem?
Settle down, settle down. Transfiguration, as you may be weary of hearing me say, is an exact science that can take a lifetime to master. But we needn't be daunted. Almost anything can be transformed if you can just perceive the potential within it. As I see in all of you, tremendous witches and wizards, every one of you. Or it could just be my eyesight. Now, you all know what to do.
Wiemy? Wow.
Beautifully done.
Can we meet at the Three Broomsticks? It may finally be safe since we rescued the dragon from Horntail Hall.
You wanted to discuss my progress so far this term, Professor?
I did. You seem to have had no trouble in getting up to speed. And frankly, excelling in your schoolwork this year.
Thank you, Professor. The extra assignments have been helpful.
As I suspected they would be. Now, it seems you've been making excellent use of the opportunities presented by your field guide. Of course, the guide isn't the only measure of success. Deke tells me you captured a unicorn and brought it back to the Room of Requirement.
Okay.
Protecting so rare a beast is an accomplishment of which you can be quite proud.
Thank you, Professor.
I will say I'm especially impressed with all you've accomplished in light of the rumors of your extracurricular activities. Were your meetings with Professor Black's house elf and exploration of various caves down by the lake connected in any way to Professor Fig?
Not at all. I was, intrigued by stories of a giant squid and wanted to learn more. I encountered Scrope, who seemed delighted to share what he knew.
I see. I admire your penchant for learning, but do remember that your classwork and field guide are designed to educate you thoroughly. It'll be the end of the year in no time, and you'll want to be well prepared for your OWLs. I'll provide a final assessment at that time to ensure that you're ready for your exams. Until then, well done. You are dismissed.
Jak już kłamie, to kłammy do końca, nie? Serio, kurwa, to jest OP. Dobra, w takim razie trochę zmiany mamy. A to też tak robi?
Since our visit to Velvet, something dawned on me about the triptych. Meet me at the Overlook, just north of the Forbidden Forest, and I'll explain.
Okej. Nie wiem, czy Leviosa będzie potrzebny w
My
takim
plan
razie.
would help fail, but I have another idea. I think we may be able to find what we need at a goblin mine south of Hogwarts. Meet me there, and bring someone who speaks gobbledygook.
Arab, znaczy Hindus. U mnie. Dobra, ale najpierw muszę... Nic biblioteczny, co my tu mamy? Prazmaty pod klasą... Oho. Co my tutaj? Dobra, chodźmy do mamusi jej. I dowiedzmy się, jak bardzo przejebane mamy mieć. No ona jest jej matką, mam wyjebane, co ja jestem. Nie chcę robić to, co każdy dzieciak, który ma problemy. Zgoni na kolegę jakiegoś wymyślonego. Albo na kolegę z klasy. I tyle. No już to nie ja, to nie ja.
You wanted to speak with me, Mother?
I had hoped to speak with you alone, Natsai.
Your message mentioned your concern about an unusual creature that was spotted in the woods near Hogsmeade. That could have been anything.
You know what it was, Natsai.
I am allowed to leave the castle. I am always careful, Mother.
Careful. Officer Singer disagrees. She sent me an owl telling me that you have been trying to collect evidence of some kind against dark wizards. She berated me for not keeping a closer eye on you, and she is right. I do not want you visiting Hogsmeade for the near future.
But Mother!
My little gazelle, you are well-intentioned, but you must not meddle in the affairs of dangerous people.
If someone had meddled in Matabeleland, Father would still be with us.
I must get to class. Perhaps your friend can get you to listen to reason.
Chyba cię pojebało, stara, co ty myślisz?
So frustrating.
Co na matka
She
myślisz?
never listens to me.
She called you her little gazelle. Is that a term of endearment where you're from?
It is specific to me. I am the unusual creature in Hogsmeade she mentioned. Self-transfiguration is not taught at Hogwarts, so I am gently discouraged from practicing it. However, I am an animagus, and it is in my gazelle form that I have been able to wander the Highlands rather freely until now, much to my mother's chagrin. That is how I managed to spy on Rookwood and Harlow.
Czemu kurwa gazela? Nie mogłaś wziąć sarny?
Were you born an animagus, or did you learn to become one?
Animagi are not born. The process is quite elaborate. It involves holding a mandrake leaf in one's mouth for an entire month, then placing the leaf in a crystal phial so that it is imbued with moonlight, then adding one of your own hairs. And that is just the beginning. Self-transfiguration is common among students at Wagadu, but Professor Weasley considers it much too dangerous to teach at Hogwarts.
Can you choose what form your animagus will take?
Oh no, a person's animagus form is determined by their personality. My mother is convinced that my form is a gazelle because I adapt well to any situation. I believe it is because I can sense danger and keep my wits about me.
Mogę ja być? Kurwa, daj mi trochę.
How does it feel to transform into an animal?
Well, the first time it can be a bit unnerving. I felt a kind of searing pain and a strong double heartbeat. But it gets easier the more you do it. I no longer feel any pain, and I must say, I find a sense of comfort in the double heartbeat. And I love being able to view the world from a different perspective.
Now the nickname makes sense. What an extraordinary ability to have.
It is. I love transforming, but Mother is less enthusiastic about it. She says that no creature, especially one as rare as a gazelle, should be bounding about where poaching has become so prevalent. She claims that she has foreseen tragedy befall me in my gazelle form. But she has used her sight to control me too many times. I no longer believe it.
We're making good progress. We can't quit now.
I agree. I have never considered quitting, even for a moment. You could have fled the moment you discovered that Rookwood, Harlow, and Randrock were after you, but you did not. I choose to act as you have. I must deal with Rookwood and Harlow, not hide from them. My mother cannot know where I am all the time. Thank you for being here during that rather awkward conversation.
Nie wiem, czemu jej matka myślała, że stanę po jej stronie, to po pierwsze, po drugie, kurwa, przecież to nie ja zamieniam się w jebaną gazelę w totalnie nie klimacie przeznaczonym dla gazel, albo w klimacie, w którym występują gazele. Jeżeli ją zestrzelą łukiem czy tam kuszą, to i kurwa sprawa. Proszę was. Jak chce się wykopyrtnąć na jebanej kurwa pastwisku, proszę bardzo. Ja jej bronić nie będę, no ja powiem tak, przyklepię jeszcze tylko. Niech mi, by mi pomogła w osiąganiu moich celów. Jeszcze jedno? Już dobrze, tak. Dalej szpieguj, dalej mnie informuj, gdyby coś miało mi się przydarzyć, narażając sama siebie. Co za kurwa baba.
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
Może zmienić trochę strój. O kurwa, co ci się stało, byczku? Pokaż się, to było tu. Płaszcz mamy jakiś inny fajny? A, kliknąłem te. Chyba nic ciekawego nowego nie mamy, nie? Może z tym pobiegam. Kłusownika. Wydaje się też ciepły. Mamy inną czapkę może? Kurwa, jaka czapa. Nie wiem, to chyba jedyna taka ciepła. Mogę z workiem na głowie biegać. A, jakieś nieodebrane nagrody mam. O, peryna prymusów. O, może tego prymusa byśmy założyli, widzę, że wcale nie najgorzej. Pokaż. Herodiany. Aha, to ta była. A, bo ona się zmienia. Ej, ty, ładna jest. Dlaczego? Co jeszcze mieliśmy? Prymusa? Strój? Jakiś tutaj? Strój prymusa. Trochę zimno może być w tym stroju. Jak wygląda bez płaszcza ten strój? A, chujowo. Nie, to był ten... Który to był? To był jakiś taki... O, ten chyba, nie? Tak. Czapki prymusa nasz niestety nie ma, ale... Ten płaszcz wcale też nie jest taki najgorszy, bo też ma takie dłuższe rękawy, widzę, że z bluzą jakby. Z takim czymś... No, taką z takim długim rękawem, nie? Jak wiatru nie ma, to pewnie daje radę.
But breaking into Alfred Lawley's home wasn't the brightest idea.
Nie wiem, o czym mówisz. O, browara
Over
pijemy?
here.
Co tam pijesz? Też chcę.
This is a change of pace from our last outing.
Don't remind me. The thought of that tent still makes my blood boil. I've been thinking about those poor dragons in the fighting ring. The collars they were wearing, they appeared to be goblin silver. I think a collar is precisely what we found at that poacher camp. I've never known poachers to use anything like that before.
The dragon that attacked my carriage was wearing a collar, and Professor Fig was genuinely baffled by its behavior.
That attack always did strike me as a little strange, seemingly coming out of nowhere. Surely you aren't suggesting that the collars somehow control the poor creatures?
Exactly.
Merlin, I don't think the dragon we set free was wearing a collar, but we should check. And if we can find her, we can return her egg.
Must we? It seems a lot of trouble to go to for a creature we've already rescued.
We should see this through. Let me find out where she is. There was something else that I wanted to discuss with you. I didn't want to press it before. It seems I may have caused you more trouble with Victor Rookwood. Why is he after you?
If it's all right with you, I'd rather not say. At least not at the moment.
Understood. We all have our secrets. I shan't press for more details. In fact, I should probably be going. I'd like to track that dragon down as soon as I can. I'll let you know when I have news of her location.
Dziewczyna.
I'll say it again. Can't thank you enough for helping to save the village from those trolls.
Jakbym był uczniem, to bym tu codziennie chodził chlać. Pewnie w pewnym momencie bym się tutaj zatrudnił. Wam po zniżki na piwo. Nie musisz mi płacić, wystarczy, że będę mniej płacił za browary. Dobra, co my tu mamy za questy jakieś? Coś się pojawiło. To nic chyba. A, tutaj jest. Aha. Okej, Sebek chce tutaj, a to co? Z Amitem. A, to z tym Gobbledygook Book. No, weźmy po to. A woda kadabra poproszę. tutaj. I nie będę się już bawił w podrzucanie i rzucanie o glebę jakimś. Po prostu
What are you up to now?
pierdolnego zabójczym spelem i tyle. I narobię tych potek, co mi zmniejszają czas odnawiania.
Abandoned long ago, no doubt.
I będę mógł cisnąć ile chcę. Awada kadabra. A, w złą stronę lecę zajebiście. Kurwa, ale tych typów się tu namnożyło.
Seems a pleasant enough little place.
Dobrze lecę? A.
Anne is getting worse. If there is any chance that the relic from Slytherin's spellbook can help her, I must find it. I'm requesting your help. Meet me outside of Feldcroft, near the catacomb.
Okej, byku, czekaj, bo... A,
I
kolejny
have
list.
some promising news about the location of our Hebridean dragon friend and where to return her you know what. Meet me in the town circle in Hogsmeade.
Okej. Imperio. O. To może najpierw to, Sebastianie, zróbmy u ciebie. A, nie to chciałem. Chciałem wejść do tego. Tam było jakieś miejsce ciekawe, czy nie? Bo nie pamiętam. Jestem ciekaw, jak tam transmutacja zadziała. Czy to będzie naprawdę takie mocne, czy...
Mysterious and a bit unsettling. What to do?
A.
You're here. Good.
Ta, tutaj jestem.
Sebastian, that relic you mentioned.
I believe one of Slytherin's students stumbled upon the relic during an assignment to study sarcophagi in this catacomb. From what I read in a report by the student, they weren't permitted to take it with them, so I must assume it's still here. As I mentioned earlier, this relic grants its holder the power to reverse dark magic curses. If it's in this catacomb, I have to find it. For Anne. I need to see her.
I'd be interested to know what else the student discovered.
Have a look. Unfortunately, there's no name on it, but I suspect if it was important enough for Slytherin to stash in his spellbook, it's worthy of further study.
I'm ready to explore the catacomb. Perhaps we can visit Anne when we've finished.
Perfect. By the way, Ominous has been asking about you. You didn't tell him what we were doing, did you?
I didn't. I promise.
Good. Ominous would be livid if he knew what we were about to do.
Chyba to, że powiedzieliśmy naszemu kumplowi Sebastianowi, żeby nie okłamywał swojego ziomeczka, spowodowało, że tamten mnie nie pytał. No, okay.
I'll be interested to compare what lies inside to what I've read about this catacomb.
Dobra. Jak to się nazywa? Urban... Zapomniałem, ale to jest takie chodzenie po jakichś na przykład, nie wiem, nawiedzonych domach czy coś, czy tam się nie
I'm
zabiera
sure that
rzeczy.
foul smell is the scent of success. Try not to lose your nerve just yet.
Revelio.
Już zaczynamy z wysokiego C.
Expelliarmus, Bombarda. Depulso. At least now we know we're not alone in here.
Perhaps that was
Revelio.
it. The rest of the tomb will be
Accio.
insect-free.
Yeah, spiders aren't insects.
Don't start. We're here for a reason. I'd say opening them all is justified.
Revelio. Accio.
A, dobra.
Wingardium Leviosa. Taller than it looks.
Dam radę wskoczyć, czy... Nie, dobra.
Revelio. Finding a chest in an inconspicuous loft. Brilliant.
Albo zakładam, że tutaj nie było jakiegoś dodatkowego przejścia, wyjścia tutaj. No nie, nie było. Dobra, chodźmy. Ta 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 ta.
Expelliarmus.
Aha.
Bombarda. Expelliarmus. Levioso. Descendo. Accio. Defendo. We've rid the world of another spider. Confringo. Revelio. Accio.
Pieniądz zawsze się przyda.
Revelio.
Trupom się i tak nie przyda, także... A.
Depulso. Watch your step. I
Zabierajmy.
nearly slipped there. Revelio.
Ta transmutacja to chyba taka, żeby tylko coś zrobić. Fajnie jakby mógł przeciwnikom zajebać w
Bombarda. Expelliarmus. Depulso. Defendo. Revelio.
To jest tak, żeby
All this grass. It no longer feels like a tomb. I've read about catacombs that underwent expansion efforts and ran into problems. Often caving.
Depulso. And then were abandoned.
Exactly.
Revelio.
We'll be fine, though.
Bombarda.
O, ta.
Confringo.
A ta transmutacja na przykład... nie no, Śnieżka jest lepsza. W sumie ten stop... czy jest lepszy? Ten stop to takie gorsze, to takie lepsze Levioso z tego co rozumiem, tak? Bo oni się zatrzymują wcześniej.
Revelio.
Do góry podlatują, chociaż Levioso trochę wyżej podnosi niż ten stop. Chociaż w sumie muszę sprawdzić, czy ten stop kogokolwiek podnosi, bo na razie to tak nie zwracałem na to
Now
uwagi
this
za
is the
bardzo.
sort of great room I want to be buried in.
Surrounded by grandeur.
Grandeur and then some. Even an altar with a pile of bones. Lovely.
Bones outside a sarcophagus. Seems odd. Revelio. There's something here by the altar. Arresto momentum. Descendo. Levioso.
A nie, no to samo wysokość. I tak naprawdę Levioso w takim razie nie jest potrzebne.
Revelio.
Ja rozważę... O.
What did you find?
Revelio.
Porozmawiam, mówisz.
Depulso. Accio. Revelio.
Did you hear that?
Accio. We're in a tomb. I assume eerie sounds come with the territory. Revelio.
Taki dźwięk, jakby ktoś wziął
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
i ten... pukał od środka.
Revelio.
Okej. Pogadajmy może z nim.
Looks like part of a student's diary. It mentions plans to return for the relic and conjuring barricades using bones.
Of course. The student's summary referenced a space beyond the Great Room, which means this can't be a dead end. Let's divide and conquer. You work on sorting out the bone barricades, I'll look around and see what we missed. Hold on to that diary entry. There may be more to it.
It does mention something else. It says their next assignment was learning the Imperious Curse.
Really? Interesting. We need to focus on moving beyond this room. But let me think for a moment.
Okay.
Do you think the pages were left here on purpose?
Slytherin mentioned a student who excelled in charms and always carried a satchel stuffed full of notes. They might have been left on purpose, or the student may have simply dropped them.
Of course. I'll start to search for those barricades.
Brilliant. There's more to this than even I imagined. Look, bones stacked oddly on either side of this archway.
Leave no stone unturned. Or in this case, no bone. Depulso! Accio! Revelio! I need to find a safe way across. Wingardium Leviosa! Revelio! Lumos. Accio. Bombarda. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Accio. Lumos. Bombarda. Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. Accio.
O. O panie. Co to się stanęło?
Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio. Rickety bone bridge complete.
Ja. Nie zdążyłem kliknąć kontrol, ale jak się zlagowało, to już kurwa się spiąłem trochę.
Accio. Revelio. Accio.
Dzień dobry.
Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
You've done it. I knew we'd get through. I felt it in my bones.
Nice.
Nice,
Revelio.
to prawda, może być.
Before we trudge on further, I've just realized something.
Aha.
The student's diary mentions the Imperious Curse. I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to need it here. It's an unforgivable, but useful when you're outnumbered. Places the victim completely under the caster's control.
Ooh.
So, if you'd like to learn Imperio, I can teach you.
Pewnie, że tak, byku.
Where did you learn the Imperious Curse?
I taught myself. Don't tell Ominous that I've told you. It's not exactly something I can brag about, but it may come in handy. I think you ought to know it.
Shouldn't I know more about what the curse entails?
Remember the blasting curse? Same idea, except when it comes to unforgivable curses, your intention has to be clear. You have to mean it.
Okay.
It's probably wise to know the spell.
I couldn't agree more. A spell that could save your life shouldn't be unforgivable. You have a lot at stake. You have an ability that evidently no one's seen for centuries. Focus your wand movement. It's not an easy spell to master.
O panie. To nie jest jak... To jest jak ten, że przejmujesz kontrolę nad kimś, nie?
Here we go. Something troubling ahead. Be on your guard.
Czegoś nie używam? Flipendo. Tylko czasem tego używam, ale zobaczymy w takim razie. O.
Imperio! Glacius! Defender! Revelio!
No chyba się tego będę uczył tego... W sensie będę używał tego ostatniego. Co zabija. No to się... No w sumie może się przydać jakoś dużo przeciwników.
Confringo!
Ale tak ogólnie to nie za bardzo.
Revelio!
O.
Confringo!
Jestem ciekaw, czy starą mogę tutaj.
Imperio! Confringo! Defender! Expelliarmus! Bombarda! Sendo! Glacius! Protego! Stupid! Defender! Confringo! Glacius! Bombarda! Expelliarmus!
Nawet
Never knew
przydatne.
spiders can make such a mess.
Bit dramatic, isn't it? Revelio!
Tak, no przydatny spell. Nie wiedziałem, że taki przydatny będzie. Co, chyba jeszcze jeden jest, nie? Tak, jeszcze jeden jest niewybaczalny i tyle.
Confringo! Revelio! Accio! Accio! Revelio!
This catacomb has suffered decay, just as the student's summary described.
I doubt anyone's been here in quite some time.
No tam, dziwi się. Dobra. Tu sobie nie przejdziemy. A tu? Kurwa, jaki grobowiec. Sywki łajmowa.
Revelio!
Dosłownie. Gdzieś tu można syfa na pewno złapać jakąś kiłę.
Depulsor! Another barricade. Considering how well you did on the last one, this should be a cinch.
How gracious of you.
I try.
Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium
This
Leviosa.
looks different than what we faced before. Now we're
Revelio.
also dealing with rune symbols.
A, widzisz, ja tak na
Accio.
szybkości to zrobiłem, a to totalnie nie ten... Co to było? A, kółko.
That worked. Keep going.
Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Tu dwa otworzone, tutaj jest...
Accio.
A, nie trzeba po kolei.
Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Jeps, jeps.
You are head and shoulders above these bones. Nicely done.
No, w sumie polskie tłumaczenie też było dobre.
I see why Slytherin's student was so entranced with this place.
Confringo. Revelio. Defendo. Glacis. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Bombarda. Revelio. Imperio. Glacius. Defendo. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Bombarda. Expelliarmus. For a moment there, I thought that'd never end.
Właśnie czekałem, aż będzie jakaś większy
Revelio.
niż taki najgorszy klapek, bo to... Najgorszego klapka to mi się nie chce zbierać, znaczy nie chce mi się sojuszować, o. Ale dobry ten spell, dobry, powiem, przyznam, że...
Dead end.
Nie
Lovely.
spodziewałem się.
All that for nothing.
Hold on. Don't give up yet. Accio.
No, scrolla. O kurwa, panie.
Sebastian, the relic. Look.
Could it be?
Revelio.
Mroczna ofiara jest potrzebna, byku.
The note and rendition of the relic. It matches. This must be where the student left the relic.
I can't believe it. After all this, it lines up. We've really found it.
What do you suppose is meant by the dark sacrifice required to realize the relic's potential?
I have no idea. But we're here for the relic.
I'm willing to ignore what the journal entry says. We're taking the relic.
Agreed. This is meant to be. For Anne's sake, I'm taking it. Let's get to Feldcroft.
Ignorujmy nasze problemy.
I must keep this relic secret. Especially from my uncle.
Ignorujemy problemy, które mogą nastąpić i... Stary. Relikt.
Is that ominous?
Ty z nim gadasz. Ja dzwonię, ty gadasz. Ja pukam, ty gadasz. O.
Ominous. The sounds we kept hearing. It was you.
You gave me no choice. I had to follow you. Sebastian, please, leave the relic alone. We can find another way to help Anne.
I'm sorry, Ominous, but I'm taking it.
No, you're not. If you won't put it back, then I will.
Hold on, both of you. Sebastian, please, take a step back.
Fine, but Ominous knows I won't step back from a fight.
Can't believe this.
Słuchaj, weźmy ten relik, nie musimy go od razu z niego korzystać.
How much did you hear?
Everything. I heard you encourage Sebastian to take the relic.
Sebastian's done his research. He knows what he's doing.
Sebastian makes things sound easy when they could be impossible or dangerous. We need to stop him.
And if nothing will change his mind?
Something has to. I need your help.
Nie wiem, powiem szczerze.
Sebastian's right. We need that relic.
I'm sorry. My mind is made up.
Are you willing to sacrifice your friendship over this?
I might be. How could I choose to stand by and watch him do this?
What if the choice wasn't yours? You wouldn't be to blame for what happens.
What in the world are you suggesting? Imperio?
Co?
That's what I'm saying. I would take all responsibility. This could save your friendship. I know how to cast it. Sebastian taught me. But I won't do it unless you agree.
This is insanity. I can't believe you would ask this of me.
Sebastian is never going to give up trying to cure Anne. If you try and stop him now, he'll never forgive you.
Fine. This is unfathomable. But I suppose if you want that responsibility, it may just save what is left of my friendship with Sebastian. Remember, this is what I was telling you about the dark arts. They come with a cost. You may well regret making this choice. Do what you have to do. Cast it. Before I change my mind.
Imperio! Step aside, Ominous. Stay in place until we're out of sight.
I will.
Okay.
Sebastian, come on.
What did you do?
Imperio. It was the only way to get out of here without a fight.
Ominous, I'm sorry.
Sebastian, we have to go.
Tędy?
Did we do the wrong thing?
You need the relic.
I know. But not like this.
Ominous and I agreed. Surely there's a difference between casting Imperio on someone without their knowledge and casting it with permission.
I understand what you're saying. I do, but...
I've taken full responsibility. You have my word.
Nie wiem, nie rozumiem, że mroczna ofiara czy
We've
coś.
always looked out for each other, Ominous and I. I hope he knows that hasn't changed.
Jakby można go zawsze nie użyć, nie? Jakby to jest właśnie o to chodzi. Mieć i nie użyć, a nie mieć i nie móc i chcieć użyć, ale nie móc, to jest dwie różne rzeczy.
How long will the spell last? How long must Ominous stay in the tomb?
The curse is lifted already. He'll easily find his way out of the catacomb just as we did. He'll be all right, Sebastian.
Okay. Daleko tu? O kurwa, wiocha pali się. Czekajcie, bo mnie to wkurwiać zaczyna już. Chwilę, moment. Dobra. Jak to się nazywa? 3 minuty, 5 minut, jeżeli tak długo się będzie ładowało. O, to są wszystkie opcje. Okej. Okej. Jakaś taka stronka, która niby mówi czy brać, czy nie brać, no w sensie czy są jakieś konsekwencje tego, ale chyba nie ma konsekwencji żadnych związanych z braniem, niebraniem, czy tak powiemy, czy tak powiemy. Okej, no bardzo wyjebane w takim razie. Trochę inaczej to wygląda niż wcześniej. A no tak, bo jest zima i po prostu nie...
I'd rather Anne not know what had to be done to get this relic. She thinks like ominous. It'd only upset her.
Stary, jak podejmiesz jakąś decyzję, to kurwa bierz konsekwencje tych decyzji, a nie, że nie powiemy. Powiemy.
Oh no, this isn't good.
What is it?
Smoke! Over there, by the hamlet.
Kurwa, Downem jesteś moją główną postacią?
Feldcroft's in trouble. They're under attack.
Let's hurry.
Kurwa, z ziemi leci. Dobra, może nie używajmy tego.
Expelliarmus! Bombarda! Confringo! Places!
Keep out the way! Keep out of sword's reach!
Expelliarmus! Protego! Stupefy!
Confringo! Not quite.
Stupefy! Expelliarmus! Bombarda! Places! Defendo!
You fool! Stop provoking me!
Protego! Stupefy! Places! Expelliarmus!
Stay back! Keep out the way!
There's nowhere to go.
We have to fight! Bombarda!
Keep out of sword's reach!
Jaki kurwa goblin. Idzie ją zadźgać. Użyję tego?
Imperium!
O, myślałem.
Boy! What have you done?
Saved my sister.
With an unforgivable curse. From that damned book, no doubt. Your father would be ashamed. You've gone too far, Sebastian. Stay away from her. From all of us.
What did my uncle expect me to do? The Imperious curse saved Anne's life. That goblin was going to kill her.
You did what you had to do.
If I have to keep proving that to my uncle, I will. He cannot banish me from my own home. From my sister.
It might be best to let him calm down a while. May I speak to him? Perhaps I can help to ease the tension a bit.
You may be right. Very well. Probably best if I get away from here for a while. I'll head back to Hogwarts.
Okay.
Reparo.
Revelio.
Czy no, mógł inny spell użyć, nie? No ale, nie wiem, użył ten. Trochę przypał. No ale już to zrobił, nie? I uratował swoją siostrę, także...
What was he thinking?
Pardon me, Mr. Sallow.
What Sebastian did was inexcusable. You cannot possibly be about to defend him.
Sebastian and I have encountered Ranrock's loyalists before. That goblin would have killed Anne.
This family does not resort to using dark magic, even against our enemies. What Sebastian did cannot be undone. That you are defending Sebastian's behavior at all tells me everything I need to know. You are as guilty as he is. Sebastian is to come nowhere near Feldcroft, nowhere near Anne. Unforgivable curses are so named for a reason. If I hear that either of you continues down this path, if either of you uses dark magic, I will notify the headmaster immediately. Why, Sebastian?
Czekajcie, postąpiłem głupio. Przecież nie... O ta. Nie zależy mi na tym, żeby gościowi przetłumaczyć do rozsądku, że chciał ratować siostrę. Zależy mi na tym, że mnie lubiał, więc muszę mu wcisnąć kit. O tak, Sebastian źle postąpił, jasne, jasne. Z powrotem go na dobrą drogę.
What is it?
No, super.
Smoke, over there, by the hamlet.
Dobrze, że ja nie używałem czarnej magii, bo dziadek by kurwa pierdolca dostał.
Let's hurry.
I've been fighting since before you were born.
Rule little magic tricks, right?
Expelliarmus! Defendo! Glacius!
Got him!
Easily died.
Be careful!
Confringo! Glacius! Defendo!
Get away!
Who do you think you are?
Accio! Defendo! Expelliarmus! Bombarda!
Rather unwise coming back.
Expelliarmus! We have to fight! Confringo!
Dobra, to już znamy.
What did my... The Imperial... You did?
Tak, byczku. Wszystko jest git. Jesteś zajebisty. Dalej, pomagaj mi.
Revelio!
Panie wujku, chcę powiedzieć, że zjebał strasznie. Ja nie miałem nic z tym wspólnego.
What was he thinking?
Sebastian acted rashly, but he acted out of instinct to save Anne.
Out of instinct? With an unforgivable curse? This family does not resort to using dark magic, even against... That you are defending Sebastian's behavior. Sebastian, if I hear...
Powiedział gość ma
Why,
15 lat.
Sebastian?
Co ty kurwa od niego chcesz? Gość ma 15 lat i ty chcesz, żeby postępował...
Not sure how I'd fare in a little place like this.
Żeby miał zdolności i doświadczenie kurwa 30-latka, chłopie. Ja wszystko rozumiem, nie? No źle, no zrobił, no ale trzeba zrozumieć, dlaczego to zrobił, bo się nie zna. O, patrzcie. O kurwa. A gdzie są te? Nie ma. Chciałem zobaczyć, gdzie są może... Hogsmeade? Ta. Gdzie są te areny? Czy jeszcze jedna, czy dwie? Ale nie pokazało. Także
Hogsmeade, here I come.
Can't imagine living anywhere else. The city folk keep their noses in there.
You're back! Nice to see you again.
Tam czegoś brakowało, nie? Aha, Feniksa pióra, żeby ulepszyć. To.
Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again.
Ciekaw jestem, czy mogę pójść kupić pióra Feniksa, zobaczę w sumie. Tutaj jest. Dobra, nie ma jej, to jeszcze skoczę do tego, gdzie to było. Tu. Jak mogę, to kupię, jak nie, no to... Sorry.
Come in. Sorry if there's a smell. New batch of toad-hide.
Ja tak myślałem.
I'll not
To się
mind
nie
seeing
będzie
you
dało.
here again. Consider yourself welcome.
Niestety Feniks to chyba za wysokie progi na ten sklep.
Can you fathom that cramped city living with no space to move
It's not like her to forget.
Nie mógł na ławce usiąść?
I didn't keep you waiting, did I?
Not at all. I was just at the post office. Gran told me to expect a package, but it looks as if she forgot to send it. She didn't send me an owl this week either. Perhaps she's busy with her research.
What was she sending you?
Only some feed she's been developing. I was going to give it to Professor Howen for the measles.
What kind of research is she doing?
It varies from week to week, but it's always to do with creatures. Last week she was studying leg knots in plimpies.
What did you find out about the dragon you were tracking?
I realized that she didn't know the poachers had her egg, so when she left Horntail Hall, she would have headed straight to her nest. I went back to the tent and tracked her flight.
How do you track a dragon long after she's gone?
Tree canopies, burn marks, things like that.
Dobra jest.
Well done. You certainly know what you're doing.
I can't be certain, but I have an idea of one place she may have been heading. I thought we might go and see it for ourselves.
Of course. Shall we leave now?
If that's all right. I want to see how she's faring if she had a collar on. And she's likely frantic about her egg.
Okay.
Here we are. I do think this is where we'll find her. The terrain's typical of where I suspect it's how the poachers found her to begin with. They likely camped here and logged her patterns. Perhaps nabbed her first and then her egg. Dragons are hard enough to wrangle, let alone maternal ones.
You got all of that from simply standing here?
You'd be surprised how easy it is to think like a poacher. Shall we see if she's home? We only need to return her egg.
That sounds straightforward enough.
We should be in and out. Then we can be finished with the poachers once and for all.
I don't suppose you've thought about keeping it, have you?
No. It belongs to her. Keeping it will make me just as bad as the poachers.
If you're right about finding her here, how do we go about returning the egg?
Her nest will likely be in the heart of her den, which she will be keeping guard over. It might also be more charred than anywhere else, I imagine.
Well then, let's find our dragon and return her egg.
Wonderful. If she sees us flying about, she might take it as a sign of aggression or food. We should stay on foot. Oh, and one more thing. Let's not agitate her. Goodness knows she's been through enough already. I'm ready when you are.
Okej, chodźmy. A gdzie w ogóle jesteśmy? A, to jakaś instancjonowana mapka.
There she is, above us. She did make it home safely.
Babo.
Oh, good. It looks as if she wasn't collared like the other dragons.
Się nie cieszmy tak za bardzo, bo to znaczy, że nasze zadanie się właśnie 100 razy mocniej utrudniło. Dobre słowo? Chyba tak.
Poor thing must be well sick, wondering what happened to her egg.
Okej, krew.
Revelio.
Z ludzia widzę. No ta parę smoków
For what
pierdoli.
it's worth, she doesn't seem to have spotted us yet.
Let's hope it stays that way. At least until we've done what we came to do.
Revelio.
Mam wypierdolone na te wilki, nie będę się z nimi klepał. Jeszcze walka przyciągnie uwagę tych... tego, smoka.
There she is again.
She's breathtaking.
From a distance.
Akromantulach.
I see the bridge wasn't spared her wrath either. Good thing it's fixable.
Zamknij mordę, no. Okej.
How charming. They keep in touch with each other.
Ta bobeczka chyba, która zginęła w tym... Nie wiem, nie widzieliśmy tutaj tego smoka. Ta babeczka, co zginęła w
Fantastic.
pająków, która hodowała. Dobra. Jaka forteca w ogóle? Zakładam, że stanęła gdzieś na tym i się rozglądała, albo tutaj gdzieś. Co to za miejscówka jest, kurwa? Tak smokiej nie zbudował, nie?
Wonder how good her eyesight is.
I beg your pardon?
I don't imagine the poachers fed her well. And from a distance, we probably look exactly like sheep to her. Hebrideans love sheep.
How lucky for us.
A są inteligentne, że jak odniesiemy jajko, to się zczai. Aha, oni są jakby swoi. Dobra, chyba nie ma co na razie kombinować. Tutaj nas raczej nie dopadnie.
Watch your step. Revelio.
Co to kurwa jest?
Or just raring for a fight.
O, okej. Jeszcze jakiegoś dojebanego stwora tutaj zabiła, ta? Mam takiego jakiegoś... Chuj wie co to. O, to co chyba na tym będziemy mogli latać. Znaczy jeździć.
Quiet, what was that? Good thinking, but she'd still be able to smell you.
Chyba walka, co?
Wait here. I'll run ahead.
Whenever you're ready, I'll handle you. Over here!
I'll draw her attention. Follow when it's safe. Revelio.
Okej. Tędy? Myślałem, że z kartą zdobędę, ale nie, jednak nie.
Watch out! It's her domain. She'll make sure. Keep at it. She's got to make it.
Makes it easy.
Not
Revelio.
a warm welcome.
It's a little too warm if you ask me. Good pulso. Revelio.
Ja no właśnie. I ty kurwa. Wypchamy pod kurwa cios, nie? Po prostu. Gówniarzernia się zajmuje takimi sprawami. Chcą uratować świat.
I don't suppose she listened to reason.
I'd normally try, but we're well past. Get to that opening below her. If we can get to that entrance, we can get to the nest.
Revelio.
Quickly!
Brilliant.
Dobra. Mamy to tutaj.
There's the nest. We're almost there.
Nie wiem jak ty przeżyłaś, ale... Ale beczunia. Napierdala w nas smok, nie?
Why is every bridge here broken?
Reparo.
No właśnie, teraz pytanie, czy to ta rozjebała, czy nie?
Now, if we just return her egg, we can hopefully make it out without too much fuss.
Teleportem ty potrafisz, ja nie. No nieźle. Nie mogliśmy
That was
gdziekolwiek tego dać?
brilliant! And did you see how clever? She left us perfectly unharmed.
Creatures are a lot cleverer than most people realize.
That's what Gran always says. The important thing is that we survived it, and we returned her egg. Thank you for doing this with me. Wouldn't blame you one bit if you wanted to head back to the castle and never think about dragons again.
Shall we head back? I'm ready if you are.
I am. After our dragon rescue at Hauntow Hall, I half expect to be ambushed by poachers any time I'm not in the castle.
Understandable. We did sabotage their fighting ring and steal a dragon egg from them.
True. True. So why haven't they come after us? It's not like them to let things lie. Unless...
Unless what?
Unless they haven't let things lie. Oh no, I can't believe I didn't see it. We need to leave. I need to send an owl.
Ludziom daje bardziej babcie, tak myślałem. Babcia została dojebana.
How could I have been so blind?
Spoko, laska. Damy sobie radę.
Until next time.
Tia. O. Okej, kolejny rzecz Sebastian. Zanim udamy się do krypty, udamy się do pomieszczenia sekretnego i zbadamy te itemki, może lepsze jakieś będą. Ten level teraz ciężko idzie, ale trudno. O, są. Ta, one są lepsze po ulepszeniu w sumie. Dobra. O, poproszę. A to chyba było, że jeszcze dłużej trwa, co? A tu? A tu takie są chujówki. Chociaż w sumie wolę zachować na wypadek tego jeszcze jednego. Na wypadek jeszcze jednego. Okej. A to jest krypta, a jak tu się do krypty przenieść? Zaraz kurwa. Krypta, nie? Chyba tu. Nie mogę się przenieść bezpośrednio do krypty. Chyba, że quest nie pozwala. Bo coś tam będę musiał po drodze jeszcze.
Revelio.
What did you think you were doing? That owl has been in our family for 30 years. And you thought it would be clever to transfigure her into a goblet and leave her in the Great Hall after a feast? I hear the elves have had to transfigure every goblet in the castle
I
looking
can't
for her.
believe Duncan owes his reputation to
Jolly
you.
well proud.
Luke and Brattleby must have nearly wet himself when you
Depulso!
lost one's battle.
A, dobra, to wejście pamiętam. Proszę wejść. Widzę, ten zegarek chyba się nie za bardzo zmienia. Trochę szkoda.
Did you speak with my uncle?
I wish I had better news about your uncle and Anne.
Well, what did he say?
I'm afraid he wants you nowhere near Feldcroft. Nor Anne.
I had to stop that goblin from killing my sister. He had no right to banish me from my own twin. If he thinks banishing me means I'm going to give up on Anne, he's sorely mistaken.
He also said he cannot excuse the use of dark magic in any form, and that if he hears of either of us using it, he'll go straight to Professor Black.
Huh. That relic, dark magic or not, is the key to saving Anne. To reverse that curse. I will not lose Anne for good. I should send the crest to Anne. She'll know that we need to meet.
I'm afraid I don't follow.
Nothing, just a thought. Now I'm more determined than ever to learn what power that relic has.
What did you mean you'd send Anne a crest so that she'd know to meet you?
We just lost our parents, and we were packing up to go and live with Solomon. We couldn't take everything. She was carefully organizing her prized possessions, a box of artifacts she'd collected to do with our family. Jewelry, cards, old photographs. She got to her favorite, a handmade crest, and without a second thought she handed it to me. This will keep you safe, she said. It holds no enchantment, but I've kept it with me since. That's how I can reach Anne. I'll get the crest to her with plans to meet.
Be careful, Sebastian. Your uncle could intercept it. We'll be expelled.
Even if Ominous is upset with us, he has no love lost for his family. He'd use their connections to the headmaster if we needed his help.
I shall wait to hear from you then.
Thank you. I very much appreciate you standing by me through all of this. I'll send you an owl when I have news.
Czarna magia. Nieźle się kurwa bawi chłopak. Nie wiem odnośnie czego ten quest tutaj jest, ale może coś bardziej z tymi pradawnymi spelami.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
It's like a place right out of a storybook.
Kurwa, koleś. Chyba musiał być Mugolem kiedyś.
I thought my owl might pique your interest.
Dobra. Z Poppy sobie następnym razem pogadamy, zróbmy tego questa.
I came as soon as I could.
I'd been so preoccupied by all that happened with Ominis in the catacomb, not to mention my uncle's reaction, that I'd almost forgotten what it was that struck me about that triptych. This is the view painted on the canvas that was left on it.
That's incredible. You know this area well.
And while I was waiting for you, I scouted around and discovered an abandoned mine nearby, surrounded by Ranrock's loyalists.
Do you think there's a connection to the triptych?
I've no idea, but perhaps they're searching it, the way they did Rookwood Castle and Isidora's Manor. How do we want to handle this?
We need to see what they're doing. I say we take them head on. Let's bury some enemies.
Very well.
And I still have that rune symbol we found on the triptych. If there is a connection, I suspect we'll see that symbol again.
Nie ma się co pierdolić.
After you.
Trzeba się wyluzować trochę, zabić paru ludzi.
There they are up ahead.
I'll let you lead.
No one enters this mine. Kill anyone who tries.
Glacius, Defender, Bombarder, Expelliarmus.
I won't rest.
Pity.
Stop me.
Glacius, Defender, Confringo.
Prepare to surrender now.
Imperial. Glacius.
Let's get this over with.
Confringo. Defender. Revelio.
All of Ranrock's loyalists deserve the same fate. Nice work.
Dobra.
This is going well.
We make a good team.
We do at that.
Once again, we could fight our way through, or be discreet.
You know which one I'd choose?
I don't see myself doing this sort of thing forever, though. Fancy I'll have my own operation. Get them there!
Imperio.
Break to 5.
Glacius. Defender.
Rather unwise coming back this way. I'll bury
Expelliarmus.
you in the deepest spot.
Bombarder.
Unforgivable.
And the fun is over.
Fun is a relative term. Revelio.
It is. And that was relatively fun.
Dobry ziomeczek z niego. Mogę sprzedać jeszcze itemki, no ale o, to coś, co było zamknięte wcześniej. Staram się tych takich magicznych robić jako moich sojuszników.
Revelio.
Schowajmy się, może się czego
For
dowiemy.
better or for worse, we're in. Petrificus Totalis. Revelio. This mine looks like a tomb.
It was closed after accidents were reported. Now I see why.
Bombarder. Confringo. Revelio.
Bardziej bym powiedział, że tu są kurwa ci. Są ci. Że tu są te pająki. Całe to tałotajstwo.
I don't see any goblins in these webs.
Too disgusting for even a spider to prey on.
Quietly now. One less human to worry about.
Arresto momentum. Descender. Confringo. Defender. Glacius.
No! I will make it.
Bombarder. Expelliarmus. Protego. Revelio.
How many of Ranrock's loyalists are in here?
Too many. They definitely think there's something here they want. Bombarda! Confringo! Revelio.
Dobra, kolej to.
That ledge is awfully high. Any ideas?
Pewnie, że tak. Co to jest? A, wyjście.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Ty gnoju.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Wspiątko.
Revelio.
Ten jump taki jest naprawdę przydatny.
Revelio.
Okej, zakładam, że to jest niżej i tak schodzimy, więc tam pewnie...
It's no wonder spiders give people goosebumps.
Could be the hairy legs, or the soulless eyes, or the venomous fangs, or any number of endearing qualities, really.
Revelio.
No nic, my już się wyleczyliśmy ze strachu przed pająkami.
Smashing.
Should have thought to conjure stairs.
Ta. Łapanie. Chciałem zobaczyć, tam przypadkiem czegoś nie ma, ale... Tam coś jest, co to?
Bombarda. Confringo. Revelio.
Bombarda.
That bridge has seen better days.
A, wiem. Muszę to naprawić. Ale to zaraz, bo tam jeszcze coś jest.
Depulso. Revelio.
Tak jak ten, jak ognisko w tych Dark Soulsach, nie? Coś tam takiego jest. Się do ogniska podchodzi i taki save point.
Reparo.
No dobra.
Revelio.
Aha. Stary wstał.
Depulso. Confringo. Defendo. Accio. Descendo. Revelio.
Właśnie myślałem, co to tak mało tego gówna.
Confringo. Protego. Stupid. Glacius. Defendo. Revelio.
We've rid the world of another spider. I shall sleep better tonight.
Więcej tego nie wyjdzie? Wielki nie wyjdzie jakiś?
We're making quick work of them.
Professor Hecat would be proud.
She would at that.
Lumos.
Ramrock's loyalists have all but declared war.
O kurwa, co się stanęło?
Confringo. Revelio.
Trochę typów tu poginęło.
Lumos.
Macki i pająki.
Lumos.
O, tam jakaś tekstura rozjebana.
Depulso. Revelio.
O, coś tam spadło właśnie. Widzę, że na pełnej.
Still not seen a single rune symbol.
I think we're going to be a bit distracted from runes for a moment.
An
Revelio!
unwelcome distraction at that.
We have another fight on our hands.
Why am I not surprised?
Such arrogance. I won't. You almost had a lucky start.
Protego! Confringo! Glacier! Defender!
Happy now! Have what?
Expelliarmus! Bombarda! We're not finished yet. Diplomas as if they were waiting. Bombarda! Defender! Confringo! Glaciers! Expelliarmus! Capulso! Bombarda! Expelliarmus! Levioso! Descendo! Accio! Arresto Momentum! Bombarda! Defendo! Confringo! Glaciers! Descendo! Revelio!
Zajebałem.
I don't know why Gryffindors get credit for bravery. We Slytherins are teeming with it.
We're much more fun to fight with.
Miałem mówić, że trochę się w scrollowaniu
Confringo!
zajebałem.
Now,
Revelio!
we can have a look around in peace.
Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Bombarda! Confringo! Revelio!
Tam jakaś skrzyneczka jest.
A rune symbol.
Confringo! Ranrock's loyalists never knew to look for it.
Wasn't expecting that.
Revelio!
Okej, to jest, że... Ta, to jest mniej więcej co się stało.
What do you have there?
A journal entry by Isadora.
Hopefully it will help us
Revelio.
unravel more of this mystery.
Ta, z tym udręką, co ona niby...
Sebastian, I think I found something. A canvas piece.
Brilliant. Our efforts weren't in vain after all. Still, something about this place feels odd.
Ja. Kurwa, jaka książka, nie? Jak ją czytać?
If the triptych led us here to find this bit of canvas, we can probably assume that Isadora Morganach was here.
She seems to have been everywhere.
But if she was using the Undercroft, and the cellar beneath her manor in Feldcroft, why would she create this space?
And why hide it behind cryptic rune symbols? And ancient magic that no one but you could see?
Isadora and Percival Rackham, another of the keepers, could see traces of ancient magic too.
Rackham? I haven't heard his name before.
Here's some of the memories I've seen. I don't think he and Isadora saw eye to eye on how this magic should be used.
This is all rather baffling. Let's take the canvas back to the triptych. Perhaps the answers are there.
Okay.
This place is odd, to be sure, but I'm fascinated by it. Now, for the trek back out of here and to Hogwarts.
Unless...
No, kurwa. Pewnie powiedział, że chyba, że jest jakiś inny sposób szybszy. I byłoby, patrz, tutaj jest to coś, co podobne było jak wtedy.
And now for the moment of truth.
It has to fit. Please tell me you recognize the location in this bit of canvas.
The good news is I do, in fact.
As well.
And the bad news?
We're in for more trouble.
Okay, zajebiście.
I know that coast. Ranrock has taken over a huge mine in the surrounding area. Mornweem has suffered for it. It's as bad as Feldcroft's become. Should we head there now?
We should wait.
Why?
All this time, we've been a step behind Ranrock. I may know someone who could help us get ahead.
Who is that?
Someone who knows Ranrock personally. They asked me not to mention their name to anyone.
A goblin? Tell me I'm wrong. You know goblins cursed my sister to shut her up. Said she should be seen and not heard.
I do, but not all goblins are...
Not all goblins what? Have you forgotten Feldcroft? Have you forgotten the mine we just went through?
No, Sebastian, I haven't. You're not listening to me.
Why would I listen to someone so ignorant?
Perhaps your uncle was right about you.
O kurwa.
You don't know when to stop.
Oh, I do know when to stop. Unbelievable.
Ale mu dojebał.
Revelio.
Czasem jest tak, że coś brzmi ostro, w sensie jak się czyta, że o, nie zgadzam się z tą chuju jebany, a wychodzi, o, myślę, że powinieneś przemyśleć tą sprawę do końca, zanim podejmiesz działania. A czasem jest, o, ten, myślisz niejasno, czy tam cokolwiek i goś odpierdala właśnie, człowiek miał rację, jesteś jebanym chujem. Co jest? Nie wybrałem tej opcji. Myślisz pochopnie, twój wujek miał rację.
Oh, good, you're safe.
There you are. You were in such a state when you left.
The poachers got to my gran. Someone recognized me in Horntail Hall and they got to her.
What do you mean? Is she all right?
She's fine, thank goodness. But they were at her house, our house. They assumed I'd sent the egg there. She said they took the whole place apart looking for it, screaming that we'd cost them everything.
I'm sorry, Poppy. I'm glad she's all right. I don't think either one of us could have anticipated that.
I should have known. I underestimated the poachers. And now another creature's in danger.
What do you mean?
The poachers refused to leave empty-handed, so they took valuable journals that Gran had discovered when she was researching rare creatures. One of them contained theories about a secret hiding place of the Snidget, long thought to be extinct.
Exactly what kind of creature is a Snidget?
It's a small bird with golden feathers. It's incredible. It has rotational wings that allow it to dart quickly in any direction. In fact, the golden snitch in Quidditch is based on the Snidget, which barbarically was actually used in the sport hundreds of years ago.
Okay.
Why would Snidgets be valuable to poachers?
They could make more money with Snidgets than they ever would have fighting dragons. The golden Snidget's feathers and eyes are incredibly valuable. That's why they're believed to be extinct. They were hunted out of existence by wizard kind. If the poachers found some now, I can't bear to think about the horrific way they'd be bred and killed for profit.
Where exactly are these Snidgets allegedly hidden?
Gran says the journals were a bit cryptic, which is good. Perhaps the poachers won't be clever enough to find the birds. From what she recalls, the journals only noted that the key to finding them lay in the moonlight. Gran thinks it can be narrowed down to a handful of locations.
I take it you aren't going to let the poachers anywhere near the Snidgets.
Gran wants me to stay out of it, but I know she's devastated that poachers might go after the Snidgets, if they still exist. We had the element of surprise on our side when we saved that dragon, but the poachers will be watching for us now.
We need allies. Others who hate the poachers enough to help us, who value creatures as much
Merlin's beard! You're a genius! The centaurs! They'd want the Snidgets protected at all costs.
Sounds as if we need to go and talk to the centaurs.
We'll need to be careful in how we approach them. Tensions with them are high. Still, I think they may be our only hope. Let me think on it.
Okay.
I'll let you know as soon as I have a plan.
To chyba najfajniejsza postać taka stąd. Bo ma jakąś taką pasję i też nie jest taką, że siedzi na dupie i nic nie robi, tylko jednak no, da się z nią pójść i coś zrobić. Dobra, gdzie jest ten gnojek? Dobra. No tak, co do naszego kumpla Sebastiana, no tak, trochę zanim pomyśli to robi, chociaż często, czy no, na pewno czasem to pomaga, przynajmniej mi na razie pomagało to, że robił, a nie myślał i to się ceni, ale jak mi będzie koło biura robił, to go nie zawaham się go kurwa jebnąć po.
Hello, Amit. Do I recall you saying that you speak gobbledygook?
I did. I mean, I do. Speak it. Is this to do with the goblin I saw you with in Hogsmeade?
It is. His name is Lodgok. We could use your help with something. He's waiting for me near a goblin mine. Would you be willing to help?
Of course. How exciting. I mean, well, might this be dangerous?
I think he simply wants to show me something that involves gobbledygook. If it helps, he's a friend of Sirona's.
Good to hear. Good to hear. If Sirona trusts him, then I feel much better.
Oczywiście, że tak.
You said you know gobbledygook, but how well?
I've been reading it for as long as I've been reading English. My parents have an extensive library. Once I grew bored with the classics, I devoured goblin writings. I'd tell you some titles, but you wouldn't understand them.
Have you ever spoken directly to a goblin?
Unbelievably, no. I'm so looking forward to it. Actually conversing in gobbledygook with a native speaker. Cannot wait to confirm subtle bits of pronunciation and tone that may have eluded me, being self-taught and all.
Lodgok is waiting. Should we go?
Of course. I just want to check the pronunciation of a couple of key terms first. So I will meet you there.
Okej. Jestem ciekaw, jak bardzo pułapka to jest. I wtedy Sebastian się pojawi i powie, haha, miałem rację, proszę bardzo. Miałem rację i teraz widzisz?
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
A zakładam, że tutaj wejdziemy. A czemu ten mi na przykład nie może przetłumaczyć z gobbledygooka?
A friend who speaks gobbledygook is meeting us. Before he arrives, perhaps you could tell me why we're here?
Of course. Unfortunately, presenting Ranrock with the Helmet of Urtkot did not have the effect I'd hoped. Because he knew the details surrounding its plunder, he presumed I'd had help from a witch or wizard in retrieving it.
Mówiłem.
You said this would repair the chasm between the two of you. How did you not expect him to react this way?
I'm afraid we do not have the luxury of rational expectation when it comes to Ranrock. Damn Bragbor and his blasted journals.
Bragbor?
An ancestor of Ranrock's, renowned metal worker. If we are to work together, I suppose I must tell you more. Not long ago, Ranrock sent me to collect a recently unearthed set of Bragbor's journals. They described repositories that Bragbor had been commissioned to build for a group of witches and wizards.
What do you mean, repositories?
Large, magically fortified receptacles crafted from goblin metal. Ranrock recruited others to help me locate the repositories. We were to search anywhere that was connected to 5 names mentioned in the journals: Rackham, Fitzgerald, Bakar, Morganach, and Rookwood.
Rookwood Castle.
That is where we began our search.
Why does Ranrock care so much about these repositories?
He cares about what they contain. For centuries, wizards have refused to share their magical knowledge with goblins. Your kind will not even let us carry wands. Thus, many goblins, myself included, have spent our lives mistrusting wizard kind. Ranrock was convinced that the repositories contained a magical power that wizards wanted to keep for themselves. He is determined to take it for goblin kind. But
Here comes my friend Amit. Probably best to continue our conversation later.
Greetings, Lord Gok. It is an honor, sir.
You speak gobbledygook.
Oh, Bagalio.
Enough! Please do not tell me that was meant to be gobbledygook.
Yes. Perhaps my pronunciation was a bit off. I imagine certain dialects differ.
Pronunciation is not the issue. I barely recognize that as language. I trust you can read gobbledygook better than you can speak it?
I can, Sir Lodgok.
Just Lodgok. Thankfully, we only need someone who can decipher written plans, since I cannot join you in the mine.
What written plans? And why can't you come with us?
We need some idea of what Ranrock knows or is plotting. I suspect a careless loyalist may have left plans behind. And I'm unable to join you because I cannot risk anyone reporting my presence to Ranrock. All you need to do is not be seen. Either by the eye above the enchanted door or a loitering loyalist.
Okej, po pierwsze, nie wiem czemu od razu strącam ten jego argument, że ten Ragnarok nie jest całkowicie jakby umysłowo poukładany. Kurwa, zabraliśmy coś kłusownikom, z którymi współpracuję. Oni potem krzyczeli na nas po drodze, że o, to ty jesteś, który zabrał nam ten hełm. Na pewno kurwa mu powiedzieli, że wiadomo, było od razu. Może nie wiedzieli, że to my jesteśmy tym gówniakiem, co mocą włada, ale że czarodziej zabrał. I gość z tym poszedł i mówi, nie, to nie jest logiczne, bo on logicznie nie myśli. Kurwa, jest zjebany. Wydaje mi się, że mnie na minę jakąś wkopuje. Mówi, że są różne miejsca, okej, magii i coś tam z magią, wiadomo, no i kurwa, jakby czemu nie powiem mi o innych miejscach, nie? I w których jeszcze nie, zresztą dobra.
What else should we know about the enchanted door?
The door will not open while the eye can see you. You and your friend must be invisible to it to gain access. From what I know of wizard magic, that shouldn't be too difficult to achieve.
Okej, a dlaczego niby... Aha, bo to zabezpiecza przed tymi, żeby... Czy oni się przepierdalają na siłę, a my możemy sobie wejść normalnie.
Amit and I can do this.
I will await your return.
I też wkurwiło mnie to, że teraz
I shall see you soon.
powiedział o Ragnaroku, czy o Ranroku przy Amicie, że się w to będziemy wpierdalać. To jest jakiś klepek, nie? Zwykły taki, ja się trochę obawiam jego brać ze mną, ale...
Right. Don't wish to be seen, do we?
The door is looking at us.
Także nie wiem. Nie ma jakiejś takiej jakby telefonu ze zdjęciem, że na przykład zrobić fotę?
So rarely prepare one for reality. A real goblin mine. It's even grander than I had expected.
Czy ktoś pizdusia musiałem wziąć?
Revelio.
I cannot believe I met a goblin.
Let's just learn what we can and get out.
Look at
Revelio.
this lift. Impressive workmanship for so simple a device.
Impressive workmanship aside, it's the only way forward.
A nie wiem, jak oni się tutaj dostali. A może jednak z tym się dostali? Z... To goblińska tata była ta brama. W takim razie chyba czarodziejów wykrywa ono tylko.
I still can't believe we're inside a real goblin mine.
Akio!
Aha.
Revelio!
Tam ewidentnie to nie było
I've
tutaj.
read about mines like this, but seeing one is something else altogether.
Okej. Na pewno to oryginalne tutaj nie było. Nie wiem, może to tam później coś będzie.
Akio!
Kurwa, nie mogłem
You need
wziąć...
to be careful. As I'm sure you know, not all goblins are as friendly as Lodgok, to say the least. Revelio.
No właśnie, wziąłem takiego pajaca najgorszego w sumie tutaj na robotę, także...
Matter of time till Ranrock sets it.
Petrificus totalis.
Watch your step round here.
That was a little more than I'm used to.
I'll get you're being watched by a door.
Aha, tutaj nigdzie nie dojdę. O! Halo? Halo? Proszę to przestać. Coś ci... Chcę do ubikacji. Mocno
You
wysłać.
won't get through as long as we can be seen by that eye.
A, wiem, gościu.
Revelio. Akio. I should use disillusionment. That eye won't see a thing. Deposit. Akio. Akio.
Nie
Yes,
wiem,
of
co to,
course.
Revelio.
nie wiem, co to robiło.
Confringo. Revelio.
A, widzisz, już wiem, co to robiło. Tak mi się przynajmniej wydaje.
Akio.
Halo?
Revelio.
O, no właśnie. Pewnie dało się tutaj bez walki przejść.
Depulso.
I feel like a character from one of the adventure books I read during the summer holidays.
Revelio.
Fajnie, że koleś się dobrze bawi. Tylko szkoda, że nie bierze tego bardziej na poważnie. Na przykład zabijamy kurwa osoby.
Let's take a look around our meet. See if we can find any plans.
Gobliny, ale nadal.
Bound to be a schematic. They're building something. I can't quite make it out. Curious. I will get to the bottom of what they've been building down here.
Okej, byku. To zabierz to. A potem mi przetłumaczysz. Albo do figa byśmy mogli pójść z tym. I on by nam powiedział, co to może być. Tum.
Petrificus totalis. Revelio.
That's the last loyalist. Unfortunate, really. I'd imagine most goblins to be brilliant and kind. Fascinating to see gobbledygook written in a goblin hand. The flourishes are extraordinary. There must be more notes around here. What could they be building?
Mam nadzieję, że nie popełniam błędu. Zaraz.
Revelio.
Tędy wszedłem, nie? I tutaj trzeba iść. Chyba. Ta.
If I'm translating this correctly, and I think that I am, they're building something rather large. But what? Let me know if you see any more plans or schematics. We can't return to Lodgok empty-headed.
Okej, kurwa, żarty niezłe.
Revelio.
Pytanie, czy ja po prostu nie ma rysunków, kurwa, technicznych?
No witch
Czy
or
ktoś
wizard will be
napisał?
spared.
Napisał...
Petrificus Totalis.
Enjoying suffering, do ya?
How did you do that? I won't rest. Descendo. Confringo. Try again, I beg. Places. Expelliarmus. Bombarda. No! Descendo. Bombarda. Glaciers. Defender. Confringo. Expelliarmus. I won't rest. Oh, this really is too much.
Stay close. I've handled much worse.
Another boiler. This place is more complex than I had expected. Bombarda. Confringo.
Accio. Revelio.
Mam nadzieję, że się goś kurwa nie spenia tu zaraz i nie powie, a to ja to pierdolę.
What are they going to build? This mine is too small for whatever it is.
Okej, zamknięta. Tam nie przejdziemy. Dobra.
Revelio. Depulso.
Czasem nie wiem, czy można tu w ogóle przejść bez walki, czy trzeba walczyć. Na przykład ostatnio mi kazało, bo mnie wpierdalało w beczki i wszystkie po drodze.
Revelio.
No, myślałem, że będę mógł rolować się tutaj, ale nie, niestety. Dobra. Idziemy dalej.
Revelio. Lumos.
We're not careful.
Not an entanglement we need right now. Lumos.
No, nasza postać jest taka bardzo nastawiona na cel, bo w końcu
Revelio.
to na co się...
Lumos.
No, że męczył się tam ze zdobyciem tego hełmu, kurwa, to nic wyszło na... No, to wyszło na nic i teraz coś ma jakiś zysk z tego, także... że się kumpluje z tym. Przynajmniej na razie się wydaje, że ma jakiś zysk. Czy do końca sam nie wie. Okej.
Petrificus Totalis.
I know I've done something now. Is somebody there? Hello? What was that? Not your best moment, I feel.
Confringo! Glacius!
Boże, podpaliło mnie.
Defendo!
How many of them are
Revelio.
there?
That should be the last of them, Amit.
No, więc trzym ryj. Nie panikuj, przede wszystkim nie panikuj. Czasem trzeba zabić parę osób w szkole. Albo magii. Nikogo nie ma, możesz spać, kochany.
Revelio. Accio.
Czasem nie czaję, co to jest.
Arresto momentum. Accio. Revelio.
Nie za bardzo nawet wiem, co by to miało otworzyć.
Accio.
Dlatego sobie...
Arresto momentum.
Dlatego sobie odpuśćmy to. Na razie chodźmy dalej.
Bombarda. Confringo. Revelio.
This is not good. They're building enormous drills, bigger than this mine could contain.
Let's get out of here and tell Lodgok what we found.
Widzieliśmy to już. Wydaje mi się, że tędy jest wyjście jakieś.
Accio. Revelio.
A, tutaj. Dobra.
I need a moment to catch my breath. This was more than I bargained for.
I'm glad you came with me, Amit. Now that we know what they're up to, we can get out of here.
Amit był useless jak chuj. Sam z tego kurwa powinien potrafił mi wyczytać. Może mnie potrafił skonstruować, ale mi się dowiedział, co to
Revelio.
jest. Zero problemu.
Aloha Mora.
Także... Amit kurwa pieniądze zabrał za nic.
Revelio.
Naturalny teren. No bardzo naturalny. Ta, pewnie ukrzyżują tego Broka, czy jak mu tam.
We're almost out of here, Amit. Look, the lift.
A welcome sight indeed.
Kurwa, mam nadzieję, że nie wygada się tej nauczycielom, matce, kurwa, nie wiem komu tam, jakby temu gościowi, co uczył nas o tym, o Aringo, tak? Chciałem o tym do przyciągania. No, oczywiście, że kurwa jest jakiś byku. A nie, dobra, to jest Amit. Myślałem, że to jakiś gość z ministerstwa
Can
albo
we
wróg.
please talk about what just happened?
Ta.
That wasn't so bad, was it?
It was. It really was. I'm afraid I've had enough adventure for one day. For a lifetime, perhaps.
Thank you, Amit. I couldn't have done it without you. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to have a word with Lodgok.
Understood? I'll leave you to it. Your goblin secrets are safe with me, but I get to write the book about this escapade someday.
Niech ci będzie, ale...
Without further ado, adieu.
Adieu. Chyba tak? Nie, czy audio? Tak czy siak, dobrze nasza postać powiedzieć, tak, dobrze sobie poradziłeś, bez ciebie bym sobie nie dał rady. Gdybym mu to powiedział, że byłeś totalnie useless, to by się kurwa obraził i pewnie by poszedł naskarżyć. Czy coś.
They're building enormous drills. We found their plans. Ranrock must be searching for the repositories.
I fear you are correct. Other than Rookwood Castle, however, I do not know where else he plans to search.
Oczywiście
I've
useless.
been wondering about something else you said before we entered the mine.
Yes?
If you share Ranrock's views, then why are you helping me?
I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my search. So was surprised to find a witch there who had set up a sort of improvised research site. She was studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me. When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear or disdain. But instead she did something that I will never forget. Without a moment's hesitation, she smiled and asked me to sit with her. She told me that she was a researcher and showed me a small, oddly shaped container with a strange symbol on it. She was certain it was made of goblin metal, but was unable to open it. She wanted to work together.
Miriam.
Yes. But how did you...
Professor Fig's wife. He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
Ah. The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and skill, it caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own. We parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned. More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery, but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch, and I heard she had been killed.
You think Ranrock murdered her?
I don't want to believe it, but I don't know. After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them. I could no longer remain a part of it.
Thank you, Lodgok, for telling me this.
I tell you all of this so that you understand what is at stake. Ranrock never found all of Bragbor's journals, but the ones he did find suggest that Bragbor at some point built a repository far greater in size than the one beneath Rookwood Castle. What you've discovered here today worries me deeply. If Ranrock learns of the location of that repository, I fear we shall be destined for a great war. I will find out what Ranrock knows. Watch for my owl.
Okej. Przynajmniej wyjaśnia trochę rzeczy. Chuja grawali, nie ma żadnych misji. A nie, jest mapa Hogwartu, tam jest. O, zajebiście, to jeszcze to zrobię, skończę, pójdę do kibla i pójdę po piciu.
I have thrilling news. I believe my next broom upgrade to be even more impressive than the last. Come by Spintwitches as soon as you can.
Okej. Coś jeszcze ma jakieś? To te do odbijania są.
Hello. Are you here for someone as court?
That I am. Don't expect to be as lucky here as you were in Crossed Wands. Speaking of which, care to play a match?
Of course, Charlotte.
Then may the best summoner win.
Charlotte też fajna. Dawaj, postaraj się. O kurwa, Charlotte. No nieźle.
Accio!
Jaki głosik ma. I co to przyciąga, czy...
Precisely as planned.
Jasne, jasne. Pierdol, ja posłucham.
Accio!
Bada bum, bada bing,
Sting me
bada
with a
bam.
billywig. I'll never top that. Accio!
O ty, dziaduwo. Dobra, musimy to zrobić sprytnie.
Precisely as planned.
Accio!
A chuj. No ale...
Accio!
Przesadziłem, mogłem nie przesadzać. Myślę, że pójdzie tak. Dobra, chyba tak, żeby jebują, ale żeby... I tak wygrałem.
Such grace. Finesse.
O kurwa,
You
50
almost
ma.
beat me there, but I almost beat you too.
Jebana, patrzcie, ma ten. Remis, bo wpadło jej na niebieskie.
Hard luck. Care for another round?
Absolutely. Don't count me out yet.
That's the spirit.
Przecież to nie było... Ja nie przegrałem. Po prostu nie wygrałem. Dawaj, dawaj, Charlotte, nie ma co się pierdolić w końcu. Robisz Akio i... O. Ta spryciula, patrzcie ją, kurwa. Tak się nie będziemy bawić.
Precisely as planned.
Accio!
Sting me with a billywig. I'll never top that. Accio! Precisely as planned.
Kurwa, nie sięgnę jej tu chyba. Kurwa, zjebałem.
Such grace. Finesse. Accio!
Mogłem tym jebnąć tutaj.
Precisely as planned.
Wąwara.
Accio!
Kurwa.
Nice technique. Well,
Liczy
you
się?
are good.
Yes! Zaliczyło, dobra. O, powiem, że psim swędem.
I'm not too proud to admit when I've lost. Where did you learn to play like that?
I practice as much as I can.
Practice, eh? I suppose I could try that. Well, you've only one opponent left now. I won't say more than that, but let's just say he's the best for a reason.
Okej. Tam ktoś w quidditchowych strojach chyba chodzi. Okej. Dobra, ale to już w następnym. Siemano.